Quick one to the right when you first get onto it, to make sure nobody's coming up your inside, sorry, your outside. So we're turning right at this island, good, indicators on. And then a breakaway signal. That was good, a rear observation. Just slow the rear observations down a little, so make it part of your ride rather than a mechanical process. So watching our speed now, it's 30 mile an hour, we're doing about 34 mile an hour. So just watch our speed, just being careful of the garage forecourt and the side one vehicle coming off. Doesn't present us with a problem, good. And vehicles in a junction on the near side. Good positioning, nice and wide onto the position 3. And good, nice position 3, Dennis, well done. And we're coming into a 50 limit, so now let's just check our mirrors. A rear observation, let's slow it down on that rear observation. Up to the speed limit where it's safe to do so, good, and we're coming into position 1. Road is going round to the right, as you can see. So yeah, nice position 1. Keeping away from the vehicle in front, giving ourselves a good stopping distance. Just be careful of the junction on the left hand side. Quick mirror check and we're coming into position 3. Round for the left hander that's coming up. Just watching that vehicle on the near side junction, and one bit coming across us from the right. Lovely, position 1 now, good. No opportunity to make progress or overtake as yet, so just holding off nicely. Local knowledge tells me around the corner there it is, a 40 limit sign. I'm just checking my mirror now, and that's good. Dennis, you're now starting to do the observation, just slow them down that little bit. Everything is looking good, much better, more relaxed. And we are going to go left at the traffic lights ahead. So I've just checked my mirror. Good, well done. Good restraint there, Dennis, and moving over for that emergency vehicle. watch your speed, 30 mile an hour. Good. Nice 30 mile an hour through this built up area, and local knowledge tells me, Dennis, that not far away you'll get into a 40 limit for a short while, and then it will increase to a 50 limit before we start around the bends of the Worksworth Road. There's the 40 sign, so let's have a quick check of our mirror. Up to that 40 mile an hour speed limit. Gear for the speed. And then we're coming into a 50. That's good, Dennis, just slow that one down a little. Let's use all the road. Use the road, here we go, look. Nice open road now. We've got cyclists passing us offside, a car offside. Road is going round to the left, so good. Position 3, well done. Road is opening up for us as shown by the road markings. Still opening up for us, but then coming into double white lines. So holding it off on a position 1. To go around the right-hander, over to position 3, good. Just being careful of this wind, particularly if it's on the open road, if it crosses us, just being careful now of traffic behind this tractor. Okay, having a good look around the left-hander now. Nice position 3. So keeping the actual motorcycle upright, just following the road. Nice position 1, and then a 3 as we go around the left-hander. Compensate for the vehicle approaching. There we go, right here and the left. So just getting a nice gear for the speed, get your speed right, think of Ipska, seeing the information, positioning, speed, make sure the gear for the speed is correct, and acceleration. So far so good, looking comfortable, looking more relaxed than our previous outing. pretty nice. You know, coming down to Cowers Lane lights, where we intend to go straight over. Traffic slowing in front of us, the lights are probably on red against us, yes they are. Car is turning right in front of us, checking our mirror before we brake. So just holding it off, let the traffic up ahead do what it's got to do. And by the time we get there, maybe not. Thought we might get there without putting our feet down, but clearly not. Okay, lights have changed, good. Checking the mirror. Checking the junction, right and left. Make sure nothing's overshooting the lights. Up to the speed limit of 40 mile an hour and then to 50. So we're checking now up to the 50 mile an hour, 50 time. Mirror after the gear. Everything looking nice, nicely into position, Dennis, well done. Watching this wind, particularly on the open road across the fields, can blow us off our line if it's a little bit gusty. Watching that tractor coming out of the field on the left there. Good, he's waiting for the traffic to pass, good. Nicely through these bends. Traffic ahead is doing around the 50 mark, so not much chance of progressing past them. Mirror check, coming out to the left hand bend, bit sharp. Be careful the road surface just here on this bend. It's not the best. Okay. And you'll be coming into the village of Hay fairly shortly. And we see a 40 limit coming up, so just checking our mirror, rear observation before we come down to bang on 40 as we get into the 40 limit. And local knowledge tells me that this will soon become a 30 limit, and there's the markers hidden behind one of the trees. 300, 200, 100 and a 30 mile an hour limit of Hay. Just checking our mirror, vehicles have reacted to the fact that they've slowed down. Taking a gear for my speed. Yeah, having a good look around the left-hander, so good position 3 there. And it's really a matter for you, Dennis, on when you're doing 30 mile an hour urban area, whether you move from position 1 to 3. Sometimes there's nothing really to be gained from it in town work, so good position 2 is sufficient. But here, yes, it's good, you get a good view around the bends by altering position from 1 to 3. Now we're coming over here and you'll see, or you may see, I hope, that there is a 40 mile an hour sign hidden in the bushes on the left hand side. And there it is. It's still 40 until we get to the 50 sign just down here. So just checking, well done, and away we go. So planning scanning, vitally important. I've got a vehicle behind me, so I will need to indicate should I decide to alter course. And I'm now going to have a look around the left-hander. Road markings tightening up the bend. Over the top, slight loss of vision, and then a lovely view all the way through. Taking a gear for my speed, 50 mile an hour. Sign saying a bit of an uneven road surface, but nothing that's going to cause us any real problem. Into position 3, offsetting a little for the vehicle approaching. Let's have a look round here now. Keeping the power on, holding the bike nice and steady through that right-hander. Local knowledge tells me there's a bridge up ahead, round to the right, and then it comes round to the left. Should be able to do it around the 40 mark. So let's just take it into the bend, out of the bend. Yeah, a little bit slow there, we could have taken that a little bit faster. And then perhaps come off behind that taxi in front and maybe made a little bit of progress. So, okay, taxi now on the straight you'll be doing it 50. It's obviously the bends he's not very happy with, as you can see by the braking that he does just prior to a bend. And he'll do it again probably. No, yes he does. He's not very confident around bends by the look of it. Checking our mirror now, coming into a 40 limit. Round to the right. And then local knowledge tells me we're in the village of Wirksworth, and we'll come into a 30 limit fairly shortly through the village of Wirksworth. So just an observations on how you work that road, Dennis. Very well done on your positioning. Bend work was good. You missed a couple of speed limits. Let's try and be aware. And I know this time of year that some of the speed limit signs are obliterated by the bushes or the hedges on the left and on the right sometimes. But if ever you're unsure, you keep it to a 30 until you are dictated otherwise. Your rear observations, you're getting most of them in, but they are a bit rushed, a bit mechanical. I'd much prefer to see them flowing as part of your ride, because your ride is quite smooth and looks nice, but when you do your rear observations it's very quick and just takes that edge away. If we're looking at polish, which is what we've talked about before, of getting up to a high grade, looking at the polish we need to have, that's where it comes in. Certainly on Rosper for a gold standard, you need that polish, a nice smooth and fluent riding that's expected of you. So a few things still to iron out. But in essence, a much better ride already from our last outing. Go on, dear. So we're just going through the village of Worksworth now, coming out the other side to the 30 limit, keep it nice and steady. Traffic on the road, but it's not mega busy at the moment. Going past these parked cars, give them a good safety margin. So rising up the hill out of Worksworth, keeping it at 30 mile an hour to the limit. Coming to position 3, having a good look round. Slight loss of vision as we go over the crest. So just coming over into position 2, nicely over, so we can now start to see the road ahead. I'm checking my mirror, still got the white van behind me. So we'll need to indicate should I decide to alter course, if it's of benefit to him. Checking my mirror now, vehicle up in front is going to turn left, and we have a vehicle coming from the right. He has seen us, so we're okay. Now just being a little bit careful going down here, watching that vehicle in the junction on the left. This is it's a 12% hill, 30 limit, 40 limit we're in now. For me, I just come down here, I hold the bike in 3rd gear, knowing full well there is a 30 mile an hour sign just here. Just touching the brake to bring the speed down to the speed limit. Holding it. Nice and gently in 3rd gear. Just touching my brake just to hold, giving myself a good stopping distance between myself and yourself. Just slowing down for the traffic up ahead. For an opportunity, there it is, to filter past. Feet up, Dennis, don't paddle. Slowing that vehicle in the near side junction to pull out if he wants to. So I've come a little bit closer to you than I would normally. Just going to have a look around the bend. Can't see at the moment. So, safety first of all. particularly as we've got that big heavy goods machine cement by the look of it in front of us. Opportunity. Good, good, good. Nice to see, Dennis. Well done. Neutral gear, just relaxing. Lights run road against us. We're going to turn right at the lights onto the A6. Quite busy down here at the moment. Okay, lights have changed for us. Wait for the vehicles in front to start moving. Quick lifesaver just before we turn right. Remember those, Dennis? So a fair bit of heavy traffic now. To 40 limit, and it will turn into a 50 limit further around this left-hand bend. And you may have an opportunity to make some progress. If the circumstances allow. So if the opportunity exists, I would be expecting you to take it. So let's have a good look around this right hand, let's see what opportunities exist for us. Good, you were looking at the opportunity there, Dennis, I could see that, and it was taken away from you because the vehicles in front increase their speed up to 50. So never mind, at least the key thing is, on any advanced test that you do, that if you look for the opportunity, using IPSCA as your guide information, position, speed, gear and acceleration, but if the opportunity doesn't present itself, or circumstances change, information changes, then you hold back and then try again at a later stage. But any examiner will want to see that you've got into a position to take the opportunity to progress. So on this left hand, nice sweeping left hander, keeping the position 3, bringing it into position 1 now. Well done, good. Don't get sucked into that vehicle in front. Limit is coming down, well done. Rear observation, good. It's only for a short period, then we're back into a 50 limit. Just up ahead here. There she blows. Quick mirror check. And watching the road around to the right, then to the left further ahead, so tucking into a position 1 and riding it round this right hand. The road is opening up for us now, looking at the road markings. I'm just going to come off you that little bit. Okay, we're going over Stanwell Bridge, so bringing the speed down, checking my mirror after the gear. I know this is the 3rd gear for my bike over here. Watching the oncoming traffic. Road goes round to the right, and then we need to be picking up the speed if it's safe to do so, up to the 50. Road goes round to the left up ahead. Solid white at the moment, but it will change. Look at the hedgerow, look at the tree line, and now look at the road markings are opening up for us. Okay, we should be looking at an opportunity here if there is one. Yes, there you go, fine. Don't swing out, no need to swing out, mate. Get your position nice and early, and all you had to do was to go a straight line. So you'll see that on the video how you swung out compared to my straight line going past that vehicle. Tucking into position 1. Watching that vehicle on the near side. Just being careful of this wind again. Yep, there it was. A gust, it can blow you off your line. Into position 1, we're coming through into Ambergate now. Okay, coming into Ambergate now, 40 limit, so just checking speed, mirror before we start to roll off to the 40. Development that is now, tell you. And we're going to be turning left at the junction ahead, checking the mirror as signal. Watching that vehicle, well done. He was creeping round with you, I must admit. So just hold off now and follow the traffic through. And everything's still looking good, Bill, and I think you'll find the difference from our last outing is quite profound. But still a few things to work on, which we can do so on the next session. They're slowing down now for the traffic lights around the corner. They're on green for us, so we'll just follow the traffic through if we can. Both of us are through. Into a 30 limit now, so through Sawmills, so nice and gently through. Checking my mirror, nothing behind us, clear road behind. Off from a couple of vehicles fairly big, long distance away back. 40 limit, road bears round to the right, solid whites. So just following the traffic through at the speed limit. And again, nicely bringing the speed down, nice and gently. Traffic lights up ahead. Solid whites, so a bit restrictive for us. The traffic is moving, so we'll be fine going through. And I'm planning now beyond the lights. But yes, good if you can do it, go down. Nicely filtered through. Bit of progress there, which was nice to see. Okay, we're coming to a national speed limit now. Let's just check nice and slowly. Bringing the speed up now. And when we get to the end of this road, we're going to turn right at the island onto the 38. Taking a nice position one round this right hand bend. Have a good look, keep the speed on. Keep the speed on. Okay, we're going to be turning right, so let's set the island up. Mirror, signal. Into lane 2 on the approach, just checking on the island now what's on the island or what's coming onto the island. Now gear for the speed and straight onto the island, nice and clear for us. Keeping the indicator on, watching the self-cancellation if it's on your bike, watching the vehicles in the near side junctions. And here we go onto the A38. And power on. Checking the main carriageway, good. Last check before we join. Well done. And still an opportunity to get a lane 2, so good. And up to the 70 mile an hour speed limit, so that's much better for Dennis. Okay, so I'd stay out if I were you, going past that vehicle. Okay, you want to stay in? Good. Okay. brake there, Dennis. If you slow down. Come on, come over, come out. So nicely allowed the emergency vehicle through. I actually thought you'd made that vehicle on the near side brake, but he was braking for the emergency vehicle also, so no problem at all. Wind is a bit excessive, gusting. Good. Checking that slip road, Dennis, please. Make sure nothing's coming down the slip road at you at speed. It's going to cause you to brake or alter course. Good. Hold out in this lane, Dennis. Well done. This is at the bottom of the 38 here. We're going to turn right at the island and back into Starbucks. Yes, overtaking the vehicles in lane 1. Holding the speed limit at 70 miles an hour. Maintaining a good stopping distance between you and the vehicles in front, which is good to see, and a safety margin between you and that heavy goods on the near side. So just rolling the speed off gently now, checking our mirror, good. Bringing the speed down, braking as necessary. Down the gearbox, obviously not applicable to you on your bike. but just letting the vehicle roll now with the traffic. Good, filtering. Okay, nice hand signal now, Dennis. It'll be nice with the vehicle behind as a confirmation signal. Oh, could have gone by you.